Hello and welcome to the Internet Grievance System. Today we're going to show you a brief introduction to the IGS technology and how to add grievances and search grievances simply online via the cloud in the Internet Grievance System. So thank you first of all for joining us. The first thing we want to do is welcome you, and this is a welcome screen when you would first log in. If you had your own system, you would log into the system, it would welcome you, it would have your logo at the top right, your organization's information, links back to your organization, so it very much looks and feels just like your own system. The next thing you want to do is add a new grievance. Obviously, you go to Grievance Add on the left navigation menu. It's a very simple point and click technology. You select the member from a drop down list or new member if the member has never had a grievance. But let's say it's Adam Bernard Anderson. You would select the employer that Adam works for. Let's say he works for the state of Illinois. You would click Next. Okay, and then you would actually be able to enter the initial grievance information. So this screen is pretty flexible. I mean, you've got custom fields down here that are built specifically for you. So if you wanted to record things like issues, we could build a drop-down menu of issues or different facilities that are within the state of Illinois, different departments. So you can really track maybe supervisors or managers, drop-down list, or perhaps you want to put in a fillable screen for the employee identification number, things like that. It's very flexible around your organization. So you create your grievance number, you create the case, you put in the grievance information, and even at the top you can record a remedy sought by the member, and you could even set up an email notification to automatically be sent out anytime in the future. So if you wanted to send out an email maybe in 2 days on the 20th, well, you could set up an email to be sent on the 20th to whomever you want it to go to, the message, and click on save, and the IGS will automatically send the email for you. It's a very simple system. But once you save the grievance, let's say you save grievance 2012 and this is grievance 08654. Let's just give it a generic number. Let's say the date it was filed was today's date. Use the simple calendar feature. And again, you have all of these options like supervisor, steward you can select. You can select the contract and article from a drop-down menu. All of this is pre-built for you, so you don't have to worry about it. It's going to be built by our staff, by the IGS team. So let's say this is a vacation grievance. You can select that as one of your articles. This is just a test case, okay? And once we put in the test case, we just go up to the top and we click on Save. Once we save the information, look at what happens. Over here on the left navigation menu, you actually have a lot of things you can do. You can go in and add additional articles to the case because a lot of grievances do have multiple articles, so you can add as many as you need to based on the contract. So you could add as many articles relevant to your contract that are appropriate for this case. You can go and you can go into step 1, step 2, step 3, arbitration, and this will be customized for each individual client. So this is going to look and feel very much like your current meeting steps, and meaning the verbiage of the meeting steps. And of course, one of the most popular features is adding documents. You can go to Documents, browse the hard drive you're working on, select a document, and actually upload the document directly from the IGS, directly to the IGS system. So this would upload a document for you, and you can view the documents, as many documents as you want for each case. One of the coolest things that we have is something called Timeline, and this is your virtual post-it note feature. So if you wanted to add, let's say, a post-it note to the system, you could just select the date. Let's say on the 18th, the grievance was created within IGS, and you could save that information. And maybe Adam calls about his case in a couple of days, so maybe he calls on the 20th asking about case, and you could say Mr. Anderson called about case, and he was told step 1 had been entered and sent to management on 19th. Okay, and so you could actually put in every little detail of the case, and it records an ongoing dialogue. The most important thing about all this, how it all works together, is that if you click on the print button, I want you to notice something. Within the print button, this would be the grievance that we just created. So it's right now there's nothing in here really, but you have your custom fields that are going to be customized by you. You're going to have the demographics of the member at the top. You're going to have a full out print page with the timeline, the documents, the remedies sought by the member. As you're recording everything in this main detail of the system, your print page is automatically being updated as well. So you won't have to scroll through and click on each button to see where it's at. You could be on your iPhone and dial into the IGS and click on print, and from the cloud you would be able to see where this grievance is at just from the simple print screen. Print screens are very versatile too. They can be saved as PDFs as well. Now, how all this comes together. It's a very quick introduction to entering grievances, timelines, notes, documents, things like that. There's a lot of functions you can do, but how it all comes together is that when you're recording the grievance, obviously you want a very robust reporting tool, meaning that you could run reports on things like issues. Let's say you want to run a report on all your drug and alcohol related grievances. Well, we could create a drop-down menu for you right here called Issues, and you could select from a drop-down menu all of your drug and alcohol related grievances. Let's say you want to run a report for, let's say you have a rep or a steward that logs in and his name is Robbie Robbins. Okay, Robbie Robbins logs in as a steward and he wants to see all of his active cases. Well, Robbie Robbins could run a report for all of his active cases, click on Find, and it would actually display the report. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, it would display the report, 10 cases he currently has open. It tells the grievance number, the first 200 characters of the grievance, so that's great to look at like on your Droid or BlackBerry or iPad because it gives you a quick view of the grievance case, the employee name, the rep or steward involved, the articles that were violated, the date the grievance was filed, the status of the grievance. This tells whether it's at step 1, step 2, 3, arbitration, or whatever. And then your custom fields, like if it's a drug and alcohol case, what facility it's at, what manager was involved. So these would be very customized to your organization. And then the steward, Robbie Robbins, could actually export this report over to an Excel spreadsheet. So if he wants to further look at the report in Excel, he can definitely export it directly to Excel. Or if he finds a grievance he wants to look at, like on James Connor, he could open up Mr. Connor's case and look at it by going directly into the print screen. So again, this search feature is a robust reporting tool, and how the grievance system works is this. We set up your system and we will work with you on setting up all of your contracts, all of your employers or unions, and then all of your different locations, and we even will help you set up all of your users, because you would have a system admin function where you can go in and assign user IDs and give all of your reps or stewards or executives access to the system to run reports. And so you could run reports against the search function. We have reporting functions like if you want to see specific email reports, case meeting reports, grievance status summary reports, employer grievance count summary reports. There's so many different things that we can build into the system and that are already built into the system for you. And one other very important tool is the audit function. If you ever have to look up someone that's been accessing the system, well, you could run an audit feature report, and it actually will show you everybody that's ever logged into the system and exactly what they've done with any of these action types. Like if you want to see every grievance that's ever been recorded, you could run a report on the grievance data, and you could see exactly who recorded and inputted which grievance and what date and time that this particular user inputted the grievance. So it's a very, very simple yet robust point-and-click technology. It's 100% online, and it is completely customizable for your organization. We really look forward to working with you. Please call me direct at 1-800-213-1974, 1-800-213-1974. We can go ahead and start setting up your IGS this week. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful day.